Anyone feel like, actually, this was very specific. It was supposed to be Andy and me and Cameron and Ben.
Ooh, sure.
Doing Shakespeare.
Oh. Yes.
Oh. Which one?
Titus Adronicus.
All of them.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
All right.
James Kyron.
So it's a specific scene. I am playing Aaron. Cameron is playing First Goth. Andy's playing Lucius, and Ben is playing Second Goth.
All right.
And I'm gonna have to. I believe I did not send it over. Oh my god! I announced it without sending it over.
Like
I'm so sorry.
Orchestra, like
Sarah,
like first violin, second violin, first goth, second goth.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna blow this up because
I had to audition for First
here.
Goth.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do?
Well, and also if you're gonna do Titus Adronicus, why would you not do it as a dinosaur?
Yeah. I mean, also when you're First Goth, you're usually de facto concertmaster.
Yes. You just conduct with a big old cream eyeliner stick.
Yeah.
I can just give you a warning when he's arriving.
Did we want to try to costume up? Because I have no idea what they look like. This is Act 5, Scene 1. Playing
This is your costume, Beej. This is my leg.
And choose the dino life chose him.
All right.
I'm low key like never wanting to get out of this thing, to be honest.
It's
There it
amazing.
What about when it begins to fill?
Oh no.
All right. So that is Andy is Lucius. Cameron is First Goth. Ben is Second Goth, and I am Aaron, which is funny because that's my brother's name.
I'm gonna get out of the way.
Not forget this.
Aaron's one of those just really
Aaron.
awful.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, good. All right. Enter Lucius with Army of Goths.
Nope, you kicked something.
I guess.
Autopilot engineering. Autopilot engineering.
Okay, what did we end up with?
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna go.
We can turn off autopilot. I'm back in control.
Just like sad Hulk walk away.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you, everyone, for quick response.
Are we just reading?
We need Ben to be one of the Goths, and he walks in with First Goth. All the Goths walk in together, in fact. And we have it right up there. So stand up, take a position.
All right.
Okay.
This is Act 5, Scene 1 from Titus Adronicus.
All right.
I'm good.
I bring in. Approved warriors and my faithful friends, I've received letters from great Rome, which signify what hate they bear their emperor, and how desirous of our sight they are. Therefore, great lords, be, as your titles witness, imperious and impatient of your wrongs, and wherein Rome hath done you any scath, moved, let him make treble satisfaction.
Brave slips sprung from the great Andronicus, whose name was once our terror, now our comfort, whose high exploits and honorable deeds in grateful Rome requites with foul contempt. Be bold in us, we'll follow where thou leadst, like stinging bees in hottest summer's day, led by their master to the flowered fields, and be avenged on cursed Tamra.
And as he saith, so say we all with him. It's like the Peanuts. I'll say it together. I humbly thank him, and I thank you all. But who comes here led by a lusty Goth?
Guess that's you.
Renowned Lucius, from our troops I strayed to gaze upon a ruinous monastery. And as I earnestly did fix mine eye upon the wasted building, suddenly I heard a child cry underneath a wall. I made unto the moist, when soon I heard the crying babe controlled with this discourse. Peace, tawny slave, half me and half thy dam. Did not thy hue bewray whose brat thou art?
It did, Beret, it did.
Yes, and had nature lent thee but thy mother's look? Villain! Thou'st might, it moved, have been an emperor, but when the bull and cow are both milk white, they never do beget a coal black calf. Peace, villain, peace. Even thus he rates the babe. For I must bear thee to a trusty Goth, who, when knows thou art an empress babe, will hold thee dearly for thy mother's sake. With this, my weapon drawn.
I lost where I was.
38.
Yes. My weapon drawn, I rushed upon him, surprised him suddenly, and brought him hither, to use as you think needed of the man.
Oh, worthy Goth! This is the incarnate evil that robbed Adronicus of his good hand. This is the pearl that pleased your empress eye. And here's the base fruit of his burning lust. Say, wall-eyed slave, whither... I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to point it out, but it just sort of, in the heat of the moment. Say, wall-eyed slave, whither wouldst thou convey this growing image of thy fiend-like face? Why dost not speak? What, deaf? Not a word? A halter, soldiers, hang him on this tree, and by his side is fruit of bastardy.
Touch not the boy, he is of royal blood.
Too like the sire forever being good. First hang the child, that he may see it sprawl. A sight to vex the father's soul withal. Get me a ladder.
Get me a ladder.
Ladder is brought. Ladder.
I've already played it and I
entire
haven't
army.
updated
Where's
it.
the ladder?
I'll take a footstool. I'll take a moderately large crate. Where do we...
Okay, no.
Ladder.
No,
The moment's passed, really, I guess.
Damn it.
Lucius, save the child, and bear it from me to the Empress. If thou do this, I'll show thee wondrous things that highly may advantage thee to hear. If thou will not, befall what may befall. I'll speak no more, but vengeance rot you all.
Say on, and if it please me which thou speakest, thy child shall live, and I will see it nourished.
And if it please thee,
Sorry.
and if it please thee, why, assure thee, Lucius, 'twill vex thy soul to hear what I shall speak. For I must talk of murders, rapes, and massacres, acts of black night, abominable deeds, complots of mischief, treason, villainies, ruthful to hear, yet piteously performed. And this shall all be buried by my death, unless thou swear to me my child shall live.
Tell on thy mind. I say thy child shall live.
Swear that he shall, and then I will begin.
Who should I swear by? Thou believest no God that granted, how canst thou believe an oath?
What if I do not? As indeed I do not, and yet, for I know thou art religious, and hast a thing within thee called conscience, with 20 popish tricks and ceremonies, which I have seen thee careful to observe, therefore I urge thy oath. For that I know an idiot holds his bauble for a god, and keeps the oath by which that god he swears. To that I'll urge him, therefore thou shalt vow by that same god, what god soe'er it be, that thou adorest and hast in reverence, to save my boy, to nourish and bring him up, or else I will discover not to thee.
Even by my God I swear to thee I will.
First know thou, I begot him on the Empress.
O most insatiate and luxurious woman!
Tut, Lucius, this was but a deed of charity, to that which thou shalt hear of me anon. 'Twas her 2 sons that murdered Basanius. They cut thy sister's tongue and ravished her, and cut her hands and trimmed her as thou saw'st.
O detestable villain, call'st thou that trimming?
Why, she was washed and cut and trimmed, and 'twas trim sport for them that had the doing of it.
O barbarous, beastly villains like thyself!
Indeed, I was their tutor to instruct them. That cutting spirit had they from their mother, as sure a card as ever won the set. That bloody mind, I think, they learned of me. As true a dog as ever fought at head. Well, let my deeds be witness of my worth. I trained thy brethren to that guileful no hole where the dead corpse of Basanius lay. I wrote the letter that thou father farmed, and hid the gold within the letter mentioned, confederate with the queen and her 2 sons, and what not done that thou hast cause to rue, wherein I had no stroke of mischief in it. I played the cheater for thy father's hand, and when I had it, drew myself apart, and almost broke my heart with extreme laughter. I pried me through the crevice of the wall, when for his hand he had his 2 sons' heads, beheld his tears, and laughed so heartily that both mine eyes were really like to his. And when I told the Empress of this sport, she swooned almost at my pleasing tale, and for my tidings gave me 20 kisses.
What? Canst thou say all this and never blush?
I like a black dog, as the saying is.
Art thou not sorry for these heinous deeds?
Aye, that I had not done 1,000 more. Even now I curse the day, and yet I think few come within the compass of my curse, wherein I did not some notorious sill, as kill a man, or else devise his death, ravish a maid, or plot the way to it, accuse him innocent and forswore myself, set deadly enmity between two friends, make poor cattle, men's cattle, break their necks, set fire on barns and haystacks in the night, and bid the owners quench themselves with their tears. Oft I have digged up dead men from their graves, and set them upright at their dear friends' doors, even when their sorrows almost were forgotten, on their skins as on the bark of trees, have with my knife carved in Roman letters, let not your sorrow die, though I am dead. I have done 1,000 dreadful things, as willingly as one would kill a fly, and nothing grieves me heartily indeed, but that I cannot do 10,000 more.
Bring down the devil, for he must not die so sweet a death as hanging presently.
If there be devils, would I were a devil to live and burn in everlasting fire, so I might have your company in hell, but to torment you with my bitter tongue.
Sir, stop his mouth and let him speak no more.
Third Goth.
Do we call it there?
Who's the third Goth?
There are no.
My lord, there's a messenger from Rome. Desires to be admitted to your presence.
Let him come near.
Do we do the whole scene? We need.
You know what? I'm a new
us.
character now.
You're Emilius.
Welcome, Emilius. What's the news from Rome?
Lord Lucius, and you, princes of the Goths. I'm sorry, I'm falling apart a bit here.
Which princess? Could you point at them again? Okay, cool. Thank you.
The Roman Emperor greets you and all by me, and for he understands you are in arms. He craves a parley at your father's house, willing you demand your hostages, and they shall be immediately delivered.
What says our general?
Emilius, let the emperor give his pledges unto my father and my uncle Marcus, and we will come. March away. Exult!
This is stage cue. Watching that again. Oh god. I gotta tell you, T-Rex, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you. It is by far one of the funniest things I've seen.
Actually, Andy, I think you'd appreciate this. You saying
I was
exit
hoping it'd be
reminded
the
me.
scene
I saw a
with
tweet the
your
other day and I
mother
was immediately jealous that I had not thought of this joke first. But it was perhaps the very first time that a villain said curses in a play.
Yeah.
They might have just been reading the stage directions.
That's pretty good. I like that.
And I was just
All
like,
right, so I should be set up
Curses.
for the arrival of the Dawn Guard. 'cause
of
that's-
the John guy.